Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Reporting from the state capitol here in the state of Michigan. Doug Damon's my name. We're here at the first day of autumn right here in the front lawn in solidarity with the Michigan Horse Council and their Legislative Action Day here representing the American Horse Council and about 60 other regional horse groups throughout the state of Michigan. It's an important day not only just for the legislative action that they are promoting, but also to assist our equine enthusiasts and people out there that love horses to let them know that the trails are open here in the state of Michigan. Even though these are difficult times for people, there is still a way that we can resume some normal life out in the beautiful trails here in this state. So stay with us as we take you throughout the front lawn here in the state capitol to talk to some of the people that the equine industry affects. Doug Damon's my name, and stay with us, folks. Back here at Legislative Action Day, Michigan Horse Council. It is the 22nd of September in the beautiful year of 2020. And the Horse Council here is in with solidarity, as we said, with over 60 different organizations throughout the great state of Michigan. One of the most important ones is the therapeutic riding aspect of getting up on one of these animals and how people can benefit who have suffered from strokes, closed head injuries, if not debilitating disabilities from birth. Ms. Weber is here to explain how her great organization and her horses are helping people do that. Thanks, Ms. Weber.
Well, thank you, and I'm happy to be here today. We're here today representing homeschooling and the education through horsemanship and therapeutic riding and all the things that horses can do for people. Getting them up there, mental and physical disabilities, and being able to really just communicate in an unspoken language. It's just really interesting to see little hands and legs make a 1,000-pound beast move, and someone who has been terrified of many things in their life to come out and be able to find new strengths and being able to ride. So it's I just can't say in my lifetime how important it has been. It's amazing to watch horses and people.
Well, I think our Native Americans had a real appreciation for if you will, the life of the horse, how it was so important to their society here in the 21st century. We still see these horses as relevant, not only to our mental and physical well-being, but they're great for the environment versus driving
Yes.
big trucks and cars every day.
Yes.
Where are you folks located?
We are located in Marshall, Michigan, and we're just probably 30 minutes this side of the Indiana border in Michigan, and we've been located at that facility now for about 35 years.
Wonderful. And folks that get a hold of you to find out more about this therapeutic aspect of horseback riding, how can they get a hold of you?
Well, I can be contacted. Would you like my phone number?
Sure, go right ahead.
Okay, so you can contact us at 269-979-9842, and we are just outside of south of Marshall, and it's a beautiful indoor and outdoor riding facility. We offer a large amount of school horses that we have there, so you have a lot of different variety for whatever your special needs might be.
And I've known people personally who have benefited from this process, and I can testify these horses have somewhat of a miraculous healing aspect for those that have been through these afflictions.
Absolutely, and that silent communication that I spoke about it's just huge. When they can't deal with talking like you and I do, there's a communication that goes on there between that huge beast and a human being that is just absolutely amazing. If it doesn't touch your heart, there's something wrong.
Good point, and we
Yeah.
need more of that now in these days and these times.
Absolutely. Kids are, having quite a deal with it with the COVID and all that too,
Sure.
and being separated from their friends and stuff, and being able to come out and be with the horses, and they can just really enjoy the outdoors, the fresh air, the agricultural part of it, and all of it. It's amazing.
Well, thanks, Ms. Weber, for helping celebrate, if you will, what horses are doing here in our great state and the Michigan Horse Council efforts here in Lansing, Michigan.
Absolutely. It's the greatest organization ever. Michigan's a great state, and I love it. Born here, raised here, I'll die here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Breaking news, we're back here at the state capitol, out on the front lawn, with a state representative, Dare, who comes from Makasaki, Michigan, which is largely a livestock region of our state, and they have a vested interest on how the Michigan Horse Council helps promote the equine industry and as well as protect livestock. Right there?
Absolutely. We have a rich history in being supportive of people. We have a lot of open land, a lot of big landowners and property so that they have room for their hobbies. And we have a very lively group of individuals who are avid horseback fans and also participate in rodeo activities. It's a big thing in our area.
But folks should know again that $1.6 billion is generated in our state each year annually through the equine industry and activities that are happening throughout our state.
And it's something that's fun and that the whole family can participate in.
I think you hit the nail on the head. Family entertainment is what the horses help provide out there on those pristine trails that over 60 organizations in our state help maintain with the help of the Michigan Department of Natural Resources. So we kind of have an alliance happening here, and the horses are helping creating that.
Yes, they are. The horses and the horse industry really does a lot for our area. We have a horse show in Kalkaska County, and that's also sponsored by the Equine Association, as well as the rodeo that the Houston family promotes and sponsors in McBain, Michigan every Labor Day weekend. And this year they had 660 campers from locally. 300 of those were participants in the rodeo. And I can't even imagine the number of horses and animals that they had there as well. It was a great event and a lot of fun for families.
Like you say, the family is what's critical as we get through these difficult times, having things for our families to do in a safe environment and for our youngsters who have something to aspire to. And we're finding that here right today on the Capitol grounds. So thanks, Dare, for your leadership in helping promote this Michigan Horse Council and protecting our livestock. Stay with us, folks, here at the Michigan Horse Council Legislative Action Day. Ladies and gentlemen, the Michigan Horse Council has about 80,000 adult members, but most importantly, about 20,000 youth organizations represented again by over 60 regional horse organizations throughout the state. We have Jessica Wilbert, who is part of that youth movement of equine enthusiasts here in our great state. And Jessica, tell us a little what your group's doing and how this has evolved, and that you guys are involved in the high school rodeo, which is one of the best in the country.
So our organization is the Little Britches Rodeo Association of Michigan, which is one of the many sections of the National Little Britches Rodeo Association. In our state, we have 4 different age categories, so all ages can get involved. Our youngsters are 7 and below, and that is just a state one where they can get ready to compete at the national level. And then we have our little Wranglers, our junior high, and then our senior high, and those are all national divisions. So the kids compete all year to go out to Guthrie, Oklahoma, and that's where they compete for national titles.
That's wonderful, and people should be proud to know the state of Michigan is represented quite well. You are some tough kids out there, and I guess you're a real cowgirl.
Yes, well, we try.
And you got started when you were quite young at this.
I did. I got started riding when I was about 2. My parents got me involved, and I joined the Little Britches Rodeo Association for the first time a couple years ago. And then this year I came back, and I am enjoying every minute of it.
You're doing a great job as being a diplomat to get the word out to other youngsters in our great state that would want to be part of this. What do you have coming up? I know some things have been canceled, but it looks like things are starting to open up a little bit.
Yes, we just had our last rodeo this past weekend. We have another one, not this weekend, but the next weekend at Rosebud Ranch. And then we will have one other one this season in the middle of October at Rosebud Ranch as well.
Well, how can young people get a hold of you? Is there a website or a way they can contact you for some of your events and forums?
Yes, so we have a website. It's the NLBRA of Michigan, and on there you have how to sign up, phone numbers for everybody, and then if you have any more questions, just send out an email. We have You will get a national membership depending on where you want to compete. We have a national membership which allows you to compete at nationals, and we also have just a state membership. So if you're looking to get involved, you can get the state membership, come on out, and even if you want to come on out to the rodeo and talk to us, and we can get you involved there.
Great, Miss Wilbert. You keep it up, and all the good young people of Michigan. Stay tuned here, folks, at the Legislative Action Day, Michigan Horse Council, Lansing, Michigan.
Thank you.
Okay, folks, we're here, and I'm glad you stayed with us. Legislative Action Day, Michigan Horse Council, beautiful autumn day, 22nd September 2020. We're here with Magnum and his owner, Jesse, a sheriff, who helps patrol and does search and rescue out on these trails. Michigan has over 1,200 equine trails, and now and then some folks need help out there. And Jesse, thanks a lot for everything you guys do. You're out there in the trails with Magnum. And tell us, as you're out in these trails, Magnum's able to respond. He's perfectly equipped for some of these areas.
We train. We train our horses to be out on the trails. We train them to respond to noises and sounds that they human might not hear. We train them to respond to smells. The training that we do, and it's like I said in the other part of it, our group puts in. Last year, because this year has been so bad, we haven't had a lot of events, but we had 1,100 community service hours, but we had over 1,400 training hours.
Wow.
That we did.
Yeah,
So
sure.
we did a lot more training this year because we had the time to do that versus, what we would normally spend out in an event.
Yeah,
So,
sure. Yeah.
And the horses show it.
Yeah,
The horses, they love to go. So the horse has a complete, as far as the sight, the sound, and the smell that the horse can gives us an advantage whether we're searching for a cadaver necessarily or a live person. We hope it's a live person, and the horse has a big advantage to that.
Of course, you're up on. He's a big horse.
Vantage point is a big thing. Magnum is 18 hands tall and he weighs about 1,600 pounds. He's not the easiest to get through a real crowded woods, but he will go anywhere I ask him to, and it does give me a big advantage when I'm out there. He was a little bit twisted this morning when I woke him up at 3 o'clock.
Yeah,
to come down
sure.
here.
They like to get their sleep too, huh? Well, we're
Stand
sure
still.
glad you guys are out there, Jesse and Magnum, helping save people. And you take care out there, Magnum. Thanks for your interview.
Not a problem.
Stay with us, folks, here. Legislative Action Day, Michigan Horse Council. Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. We're back here in Lansing, Michigan, state capital of our great state of Michigan. And in solidarity, the Michigan Horse Council is here representing many, many groups and organizations for our great state. We have Miss Jenny Cook with us, who's working with the Michigan Department of Natural Resources in ensuring safety out there on the trails throughout our great state, which we have well over 1,000 miles of dedicated trails to equine activities. So Jenny and her group, being also part of the Michigan Horse Council, is out there helping protect and preserve the horse industry in Michigan. Thanks, Ms. Cook. Tell us a little bit about your organization, how it's helping today during this Legislative Action Day, get the word out about being safe on the trails.
Okay, great. Yes, my name is Jenny Cook, and I've been appointed by the governor as the Michigan Equine Trails representative. And I work with a committee, and we work with the DNR and other public land managers, and to try to let them know our preferences of what we'd like on the trails, but also working with their guidelines.
Well, especially in these difficult times, it's going to make it a little bit more, concerning for folks out there that want to get out of the house.
Yes.
But also you are taking steps to ensure that safety.
Yes, the trail usage is up over 200% this year, so that's a really great thing. And we're so happy that so many people are enjoying being outside and in whatever way they choose to be. And one of the areas that we're working on is safety and trail etiquette. And there's just 3 main points with that. We'd like you to, when you see a horse or see equestrians, we'd like you to stop. And that shows that you see us and that you respect the other users. And then also to speak. By speaking to us, just say hello in your normal voice, and that allows the horse to know that you're a human, and then that reduces their fear. The last thing is to stand back. We'd like you to stand back about 10 feet or more on the same side of the trail with your whole group, and just to contain the children and dogs. And by doing that, we'll pass by slowly at a walk, and if we can all get on the same page, we can enjoy these great Michigan trails.
I know. I'm out there a lot myself, like you, and of course, at Trailheads is where we're going to run into our horse friends in our motorbikes or quadricycles. So a little thinking, being a little patient, and keeping some basic safety in mind. So you keep up the good work out there. And in fact, ladies and gentlemen, we have a public service announcement that was produced in conjunction with the Department of Natural Resources, kind of warning people about what happens when you do see horses near road junctions. So stay with us, folks.
Always pass slow and wide when encountering Michigan equine trail groups on Michigan roadways. The Michigan Horse Council, along with the Michigan Department of Natural Resources, maintains over 225 miles of outdoor recreational trails for horse and equine activities. The Michigan State Police reported there were 889 traffic fatalities and 753 cell phone distracted driving crashes this year, a 13% increase from the previous year. Horse and livestock fatalities are on the increase. Please keep these common sense procedures in mind when encountering equine trail signs. Always pass slow and wide. Heed riders' request to slow down. Activate hazard signal lights on your vehicle. And treat every horse as a hazard. This message from the Michigan Department of Natural Resources and the Michigan Horse Council.
Well, even though it's 2020, the horse people love their outdoor cooking, especially chuck wagon food. And we have Scott Thomas here with Hotel Hickman. And Scott, you guys are doing quite a job out here today.
Well, we're having a little fun. They asked us to come up and cook lunch for Michigan Horse Council and legislators. So here we are. We're going to do pulled pork, baked beans, coleslaw, and apple cobbler. And we've got the beans and the cobbler cooking on the grill right now.
Folks can get a hold of you, the Hotel Hickman. Where are you located?
We have a restaurant downtown Dexter. So we have that open, and then we do catering. We take the chuck wagon out, do weddings, graduation, corporate events. So you can look us up at hotelhickman.com.
Well, great. Thanks, Scott. And you
Thank
keep
you.
up the good cooking, and stay with us, folks, here at Legislative Action Day, Michigan Horse Council. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the breaking news here in Lansing, Michigan on this beautiful autumn day, the 22nd of September, the year 2020. We hope you had a chance to learn a little something about the important impact Michigan Horse Council has on our great state of Michigan. And it takes volunteers. That's who's doing this. It's individuals like Tammy Tyler and retired Lieutenant Colonel Don Packard. He is the executive director, big driving force behind the Michigan Horse Council. Don, you put on a great event today. It looks like we're really going to make a big impact.
Well, I hope so. It's taken a lot of planning. This is our third year at putting on this event, and kind of started off as a challenge that the DNR gave us a few years back, and so we started this, and it's really been working out very well. We had guest speakers, a couple of state representatives. It's been a very good event. Tammy Tyler has done a tremendous job in setting this up every year, for the last 2 or 3 years since we started this. It's an amazing event. One is we're trying to make an awareness of the horse equine industry in Michigan and to educate.
Yes.
We're not promoting any particular item or asking for anything. We're just trying to educate and make everybody aware of what's going on within our industry throughout Michigan.
Exactly. And of course, these are difficult times we're in, but yet the Michigan Horse Council can help lead us into a more normal lifestyle as we're out enjoying these great trails. As we said, this is a celebration today, so we are keeping ourselves in solidarity in that aspect of things. Thanks, Don, for your leadership here in our great state. That's what it takes. And Don, being a lieutenant colonel, you've taught us well. Thank you, sir. And Ms. Tyler, you've worked so hard to bring this event to the equine enthusiast out there. You really believe in protecting and preserving the horse industry in our state.
Definitely, and I liked your question earlier, Doug, about what has changed through the COVID times, and
Yes.
actually our industry is even stronger. And I think our livestock groups, our ag groups, our equine groups, they're working really hard, and those that were able to keep going, our numbers are up for high school rodeo, Little Britches rodeo, our show groups, competition groups. Our people are out there and going strong.
And that helps bring families together.
It does.
And that
Yeah.
only means a real positive future
Yes.
for everyone here in our great state. Well, ladies and gentlemen, get out there on the trails, on your horses. Enjoy the great state of Michigan. Right here from Lansing, Michigan, Doug Damon's my name. And happy trails.